Hello friends, welcome all of you. In last lecture, we have seen that the diffraction of light, types of diffraction, Fraunhofer diffraction at a single slit. In this lecture, we are going to start the next points in this topic. They are comparison of Young's double slit interference pattern and the single slit diffraction pattern, resolving power and Rayleigh's criterion for the limit of resolution, two linear objects and pair of a point object. Let us see the table for the comparison of the Young's double slit experiment, that is interference pattern, and the single slit diffraction pattern. Here in this column the physical quantities are given for nth bright and nth dark bands. In this column the different formulas for the Young's double slit interference pattern are written, and in this column the different formulas related to the single slit diffraction pattern is written. Here the fringe width for the Young's double slit interference pattern is given by W is equal to lambda d divided by small d. Here W is the fringe width, lambda is the wavelength of light, capital D is the distance between source and screen, and small d is the distance between the two coherent sources. And for the single slit diffraction pattern, the fringe width W is given by, which is equal to lambda d divided by small a. Small a is nothing but the slit width. This formula is except for the central bright band. For nth bright band, the physical quantities for nth bright and nth dark band, the physical quantities are here same. The phase difference delta between the extreme rays. In case of interference pattern, the formula occurs n into 2 pi means 2 pi n. And for the diffraction pattern, n plus 1 up into 2 pi, which is equal to 2n plus 1 into 2 pi divided by 2. Here 2 gets cancelled, we get only 2n plus 1 into pi. The angular position theta. In case of interference pattern, the formula written n into lambda divided by small d, which is equal to n lambda divided by small d. And in case of a diffraction pattern, the formula written here n plus 1 half into lambda divided by small a is equal to 2n plus 1 into lambda upon 2a. The path difference delta x between the extreme rays. The path difference for interference bands is equal to n lambda, and for the diffraction pattern the path difference is given by n plus 1 half into lambda, which is equal to 2n plus 1 into lambda divided by 2. And the distance from the central bright spot, that is y. In case of interference pattern, the formula given here n in bracket lambda d divided by small d is equal to n into w. W is the fringe width, that is value of lambda d divided by small d called the fringe width. And in case of a diffraction pattern, the formula becomes n plus 1 half in second bracket lambda d divided by small a, therefore which is equal to 2n plus 1 into lambda d divided by 2a. Here lambda d divided by a is nothing but w. W is the fringe width. Therefore the formula becomes 2n plus 1 into w divided by 2. For the nth dark fringe, the physical quantities written here, the phase difference delta between the extreme rays. For the interference pattern n minus 1 half into 2 pi, which is equal to 2n minus 1 into 2 pi divided by 2. Here 2 gets cancelled, we get the formula 2n minus 1 into pi. And in case of a diffraction pattern, the formula is written here n into 2 pi means 2 pi n. The angular position theta. In case of interference pattern, formula n minus 1/2 in second bracket lambda divided by small d, which is equal to 2n minus 1 into lambda upon 2d. And for the diffraction pattern, formula written here, n in bracket lambda divided by small a, which is equal to n lambda upon a. The path difference delta x between the extreme rays for the interference pattern is given by n minus 1 into lambda, which is equal to 2n minus 1 into lambda upon 2. And the formula for the path difference in case of a diffraction pattern is given by, which is equal to n into lambda, and the distance from the central bright spot, that is y. For the interference pattern, the formula written here, n minus 1/2 in second bracket lambda d divided by small d, which is equal to 2n minus 1 into lambda d divided by small d, and the value of lambda d divided by small d is equal to w. Therefore the formula becomes 2n minus 1 into w divided by 2. And in case of a diffraction pattern, the formula becomes n in bracket lambda d divided by small a, and this quantity, bracket quantity, is nothing but fringe width w, which is equal to n into w. Comparing this table, it is observed that the formulas, same formulas shown by the arrows, and these formulas are also same but change in sign only. Observe, these formulae are same but there is a change only in sign. Difference between interference and diffraction. Let us see the diagram for the Young's double slit interference pattern. The diagram for the single slit diffraction pattern, and third diagram is the double slit diffraction pattern. The difference between interference and diffraction is given here. In case of interference pattern, two slits separated by few millimeter are used, and in case of a diffraction, single slit of width less than 1 millimeter is used. Here, in case of interference pattern, about 30 to 40 equally spaced fringes of equal intensity, and in case of a diffraction pattern, about 20 to 30 fringes with central fringe being brightest, its intensity twice that of all other fringes. And in case of interference pattern, fringes are of same width, but in case of a diffraction pattern, fringes are not same width. In case of interference, two coherent sources are used, and in case of a diffraction pattern, different light rays are originating from the different paths of the obstacle and superimposed on one another. In case of interference, the interference pattern, all bright bands are the same intensity, and in case of diffraction pattern, all the bright bands are not the same intensity, that is intensity is maximum for the central maximum. See the diagram, intensity is maximum for the central maximum, and in case of interference, all bands are of the same intensity. In case of interference pattern, there is a perfect contrast between maxima and minima, but in case of a diffraction pattern, minima is not perfect dark. The resolving power of an optical instrument is not related to interference of the waves, and in case of a diffraction pattern, the resolving power of an optical instrument related to the diffraction phenomenon. Double slit diffraction pattern. We have seen the diagrams, the interference pattern, single slit diffraction pattern, also double slit diffraction pattern. We have to observe this. The general observation, there are a narrow interference fringes similar to Young's double slit experiment. Here narrow interference fringes similar to the interference, Young's double slit experiment, and the varying brightness and shape of their envelope. Varying brightness and shape of their envelope is same as that of the single slit diffraction pattern as shown in figure. Resolving power. For this, consider the simple experiment. The diffraction effects is most significant, that is important, while discussing the resolving power of an optical instrument. Consider to explain the resolving power, simple experiment. A and B are the two persons and distance between them is small d. Generally, it is observed that when one can distinguish, general observation is one can distinguish the two fingers as a separate when the distance between the two persons is less than 10 meter. In a diagram, the two fingers shown in a figure, that is sign of victory. One can distinguish, that is one person can distinguish the two fingers as a separate when the distance between the two persons is less than 10 meter. If the distance is increased, it becomes greater than 50 meter. It is not possible to resolve the two fingers as a separate. The ability to distinguish the two physically separated objects as a two distinct objects is known as the resolving power of an optical instrument. Generally, the resolving power of an optical instrument depends on aperture, that is diameter of lens or mirror, and the wavelength of light used. The definition of the resolving power is given by the ability of an optical instrument to produce distinct and separate images of the two objects lying very close to each other, called the resolving power of that instrument. Or the simple definition is the reciprocal of the limit of resolution is called as the resolving power of the optical instrument. What is meant by the limit of resolution? The definition of the limit of resolution is given by the minimum distance. It may be linear or it may be angular. The minimum distance between the two point objects when they can be observed as a separate, that is just resolved by an optical instrument called the limit of resolution of the instrument. Linear distance is used in case of a microscope, and the angular distance between the two point objects used in case of a telescope. This is the general definition for the limit of resolution of the optical instrument, that is the minimum distance, that is linear or angular, between the two point objects when they can be observed as a separate, that is just resolved by an optical instrument, is called the limit of resolution of the instrument. Or the minimum visual angle between the two objects that can be resolved by the optical instrument is called the limit of resolution of that instrument. Let us say the general information. When beam of light, that is light waves, from a point like an object passes through the objective of an optical instrument, the lens acts like a circular aperture and produces a diffraction pattern instead of a sharp point image. Here, the point source is used. It's a diffraction pattern is observed, shown in a figure, and the diffraction pattern consists of central band having the maximum intensity and the secondary maxima. The intensity of the secondary maxima continuously goes on decreasing. If there are 2 point objects, see here figure O and O dash are the 2 point objects kept close to each other, their diffraction pattern may overlap, then it may be difficult to distinguish them as a separate. Then consider the diagram for the resolution. The criterion to get distinct and separate images of the two closely spaced points like objects was given by Rayleigh's. Rayleigh's is the name of a scientist. And Rayleigh's criterion for resolution. Resolution is separation. Rayleigh's criterion for resolution is given by the images of the 2-point objects, that is the images of the 2-point objects are said to be resolved, that is said to be separated, if the central maxima of one exactly falls on the first minima due to the other, called the Rayleigh's criterion for the resolution. Central maxima of one exactly falls on the first minima due to the other, and this is called the Rayleigh's criterion for the resolution. Let alpha is the angular separation between the 2-point objects. See the figure. Alpha is the angular separation between the 2-point objects, and theta is the angular separation between the central maxima. This is the central maxima and the first minima in the diffraction pattern due to each source. Depending on alpha, there are 3 cases for a resolution. First case is unresolved. The diagram shown here, the case of unresolved condition. Here alpha is less than theta. The value of alpha less than theta. Observe the diagram. The value of alpha is less than theta. The second case is just resolved. That is alpha is equal to theta. That is these two distances are same. And third is the completely or well resolved. That is alpha greater than theta. Let us see the unresolved condition. Here for unresolved, alpha less than theta, the central maxima due to one source is within the first minima due to the other. This is central maxima due to one source lies within the first minima due to the other source. The two central maxima show considerable overlapping. See the diagram. Two central maxima shows the considerable overlapping, and the resultant diffraction pattern is just like a single source. Resultant diffraction pattern is just like a single source. Thus, the objects are not resolved. Here, depression is not noticeable. Let us see the diagram for just resolved. The second condition is the just resolved, that is alpha equal to theta. See in diagram, the value of alpha, value of theta, both are same. That is this condition called just resolve, alpha equal to theta. The central maxima due to one source coincides exactly with the first minimum of the other. Central maxima of one source exactly coincides with the first minima due to the other source. And the resultant pattern shows two peaks. The resultant pattern is here one peak and this is the second peak. Resultant pattern shows the two peaks with a distinct dip at a point halfway between the two principal central maxima. Thus, objects are said to be just resolved. Here, diffraction in resultant envelope is noticeable. And the third case is well resolved or completely resolved. Here, the two maxima are separately. The value of alpha is greater than theta, called a well resolved condition or completely resolved condition. Alpha greater than theta. Central maxima of one source is beyond the first minima. Central maxima of one source lies beyond the first minima due to the other source. The resultant pattern clearly indicates the two separate principal maxima. Here, two separate maximas are observed. Thus, two objects are said to be completely resolved. In this way, these two objects are said to be completely resolved, completely separated. Here, depression is clearly noticed. Two linear objects. Consider two self-luminous objects, thus like a slit, separated by the some distance. Here the diagram for just resolved condition is shown, and the second diagram is the ray diagram for the Fraunhofer diffraction. In case of Fraunhofer diffraction, the condition for minima is given by the path difference is equal to the even multiple of lambda by 2, which is equal to BC is equal to 2n lambda divided by 2. 2 gets cancelled. We get BC is equal to only n lambda, and BC is nothing but a sin theta n, which is equal to 2n lambda divided by 2, that is n lambda. Here path difference BC occurs. BP minus AP. BP minus AP is equal to the BC. BC is the path difference between the two rays. A sin theta n is equal to n into lambda. This is the condition for the minima in case of a Fraunhofer diffraction. If we put n is equal to 1, we get the equation A sin theta is equal to lambda. And as theta is very small, sin theta is equal to theta. Therefore, putting the value of sin theta as a theta, we get A theta is equal to lambda. Therefore, from this relation, we can obtain value of theta, which is equal to lambda divided by small a. The angular separation of the first principal minimum is d theta is equal to lambda divided by small a. Suppose this equation number 1. As this minimum coincides with the central maximum of the other, as this minimum coincides with the central maxima due to the other, this must be the minimum angular separation between the two objects, called the limit of resolution of the instrument. Therefore, the limit of resolution is given by relation d theta is equal to lambda divided by small a. Here, minimum separation between the two linear objects that are just resolved at a distance d from the instrument is given by relation y is equal to capital D into d theta is equal to capital D as it is, and value of d theta is nothing but lambda divided by small a. Therefore, y is equal to d lambda divided by small a. Suppose this equation number 2, and this distance y is equal to the distance of the first minimum from the center. Pair of point objects. Let us see the diagram for the formation of iris disc and rings. Second diagram is the real iris disc obtained by using laser. Let us see, generally, if we use the microscope to observe the object, the point objects are observed. The diffraction pattern of such objects consists of central bright disk. Diffraction pattern consists of central bright disk shown in figure here. Abbe was the first scientist to study in detail and apply it to the Fraunhofer diffraction. According to Rayleigh, such objects are said to be resolved. According to Rayleigh, such objects are said to be just resolved if first dark ring of the diffraction pattern of the first object should be formed at the center of the diffraction pattern, and vice versa. That is, the minimum separation between the images on the screen. The minimum separation between the images on the screen is the radius of the first dark ring. A minimum separation between the images on the screen is the radius of the first dark ring. So we stop here and we will meet in next lecture.